Hey, what's going on, guys? So we're going to be casting this game between Yuma 14 here in the blue at 11:30 versus Ledu here in the red at 7:59. So it looks like playing the red, just kind of bluffing with just a Starlight Road. So when your opponent just sets one Starlight Road, it kind of can reveal that, you know, all these cards are perhaps monsters, because there's no reason why you wouldn't set anything just to try to, you know, help your opponent activate or want to activate Heavy Storm. Therefore, you could respond with Starlight Road. But you know, maybe he didn't want to set Dark Hole. But personally, I would have just set the Dark Hole, even because like getting that Starlight Road playoff is just so good. And poor Photon Crusher here is not going to be stronger than number 17. And I haven't really seen Photons. Ooh, and an Honest comes out, so that's going to be pretty darn good as a response. So he'll be taking 2,000 damage. Okay, so I'm not sure exactly what he was saying. Oh, okay, so I am not sure what language that is, but I do definitely like to cast these games where people don't speak English, because you can see what different decks that they like to play and what's the meta in those areas. So maybe Photons are meta over where they are. Although I personally haven't seen the Photons really do too well. I know there's that Twin Photon Lizard thing, and that card is pretty decent just because you can use Future Fusion with it, and it works quite well, because you can even get out double Galaxy Eyes, and he takes, you don't actually only take 4,000 from that, but yeah, he only takes, maybe he actually only put 20,000, but yeah. So I mean, that was pretty decent. I mean, it's kind of an aggressive push, although all these monsters are quite easy to run over. But he's going to send the graveyard to special summon Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Pretty interesting. I thought he was going to make an Exceed, which could be a viable option either. So what's this one doing? Ooh, Dark Hole comes out, so that's kind of unfortunate. Oh yeah, if you banish the if both the monsters get banished, the XYZ materials don't go back on, apparently. So he's basically an anti-XYZ card. Since our player in the blue did summon Torgate earlier, kind of revealed that he was at least playing Exceeds, but I don't think someone would go for an Exceed. I think the best play with Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon is to go for Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon after an XYZ monster's on the field. I think that really does make it a lot better. But we see Future Fusion come out, and I guarantee you he's going to be able to, if he's going to be able to activate it, that is, he's going to go for Photon Lizard. So he's going to go Twin Photon. So it was that Twin Photon Lizard card that I was talking about, and it's pretty cool. Oh, he's going to send Photon Saber Tiger. Because, and one Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, so I think it's just going to end the turn. I mean, he does have quite a bit of life. So it looks like we're seeing a Piper Chaos variant. And our player in the blue definitely did misplay. He should not allow those cards to go to the graveyard. So we're going to see a Chaos Sorcerer. He does need to get rid of this Future Fusion, though. So he is targeting it, so yeah, Future Fusion would go to the grave. I personally think you should always chain MST, just so your opponent doesn't get those cards in the graveyard. Because getting those cards in the graveyard does just kind of, you know, deck thin as well. So it looks like we're going to see some beatdown here from the Piper Chaos player. Piper Chaos is actually getting really popular. I've seen a lot of duels of people playing it, and it is a pretty interesting deck just because it has a relatively decent pace. It does take maybe 1 or 2 turns to kind of set up, though, because you can't essentially explode first turn. I guess maybe if you run Foolish Burial, but that wouldn't be a very viable card. And we see Dimensional Prison come out, and it's going to get rid of that Chaos Sorcerer. Ooh, and a Solemn Judgment comes out just to save that Chaos Sorcerer. Which I don't know if that's worth it, because I don't know, if we see like a Dark Hole plus a Summon of a monster, that could potentially be the end for a player in the blue. And it looks like he's just going to set 1, so let's see what he ends up going for now. He's going to attack. Do we have a response from that? Maybe another Dimensional Prison, so make that Chaos Sorcerer go away. And I felt like Solemn Judgment should be a card used essentially to stop the control, but having Chaos Sorcerer wasn't really control anyways. And I mean, you usually can run 3 of those in there, so it wasn't really worth Solemn Judgmenting. And we've seen Effect Veiler come out, and that's going to stop Tour Guide from making that Levier, most likely. So one of the Tour Guides goes back, and that's unfortunate because our player now can draw a Photon Thrasher and just attack the poor Tour Guide with only 1,000 attack, and that would be game. So let's see if we see a Photon Thrasher. Oh, he's going to MST1, so perhaps he's going to be able to get this playing a lot safer here. Do we see a summon? Ooh, no. Nothing. So pretty much whatever that face down card is, unless it's like a maybe like an Effect Failure, because maybe he was like thinking he really needs to just save his life points. Oh, and it was DD Crow. It was something he was just trying to save his life points with, but unless we see a Battle Fader, oh, unfortunately. But DD Crow helping that extra damage in. So let's see, maybe he's going to show us what he has. Heavy Storm, Poly. Ooh, 2 Polys. That's interesting. I haven't really seen Photons play Poly. Huh, that is pretty cool though. But had he drawn 1 Photon Thrasher, he could have made a game. Or any of the Photon, was that Crusher or Thrasher would have made a game if he just attacked that Tour Guide. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Asian Eyes White Dragon, signing out.